and welcome to another Mark Bishop Show. Well, women are underrepresented in the financial service industry. Did you know that? Well, why is that, I wonder? Michele Dillon, head of business consulting Satira, is my special guest, and I invited her to share about first-hand experience working in finance, how she started on her career path, the benefits of a career in financial advice and planning, and a whole lot more. So, welcome, Michele. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Mark, for having me.
Let me ask you this. Is a career in financial advice and planning a professional path that women should consider?
Absolutely, Mark. It's interesting because today there's only about 20% of the financial advisors in the industry are women. And over time, women have become more and more involved in the family finances. Even though for years they've done the budgeting for the family, oftentimes the husband has managed the relationship with the financial advisor. And just to kind of set the history real quickly, the industry has changed so much in what clients want from their advisors. So 20 years ago, advisors were very they were brokers. They were transactional. They were focused on very short-term gains, and they sold stocks and bonds and mutual funds. And many families had multiple advisors. But today, families are looking for a relationship with one advisor that can help them manage more than just their investment portfolio, but really their life portfolio. Mm-hmm. And women fit very nicely into that because they're relationship oriented and have a lot of the skills that are necessary in managing a long-term relationship and meeting the needs of clients today.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. You understand a heck of a lot more, for starters, you're hands-on, I guess. Well, it seems that in 2021, women are choosing careers in every professional industry imaginable. However, they're still underrepresented in the financial planning and advice industry. In fact, a recent study by McKinsey has found that only 15% of financial advisors are in fact women. Now, is there a distinct reason, do you think, why this is the case, Michele?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with the history that I just described to you. Women weren't interested in getting involved in a sales job that a broker really offered to them. But today, the career is so much about, there's so much rewards for a woman. There's great satisfaction in helping people and managing a relationship. The problem, Mark, is we haven't done a good job through education, through high school and college, in really educating women on this as a career path. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of women don't even know that it exists and what a great and rewarding career it can provide for them.
Right. Well, let's talk about the variety of career paths within financial advice one can take. Because I think there tends to be this, fallacy that, it's all about sales, right? It's all too salesy for me. You know what I mean?
Good point. It's, today what families are looking for is help with, I mentioned this earlier, with their life portfolio. So it's not just the investment side. It's also managing their cash. How do they manage the liquidity in their life? How do they manage the tax planning that goes on in their lives? How do they manage longevity planning for retired clients? So within a team, oftentimes family wealth management now is not just an advisor who's selling products, but it's a team of folks who base the entire relationship on a financial plan. So from a career path standpoint, on a wealth management team, you could be the rainmaker, the person who's out there trying to bring in new clients. But if that's not what you want to do, you could be the one who puts together the financial plans for the families. You could, we often the industry has really attracted tax accountants who are tired of just being an accountant and are very interested in working on a wealth management team to do more tax planning around the family's financial wealth. You can be an estate attorney on a team, or just at least work with the team. So there's all kinds of aspects to managing a family's,
there's a lot more to it, isn't there? Yeah, like trust and estates, as you were touching on. Not just retirement planning, but longevity management, risk management too is another one. It's quite interesting, really. What in fact drew you to the industry, and what would you say to women who may listen to this, who catch this, and who could be interested?
So I actually got involved in the industry early on. When I graduated from college, I worked. I took my first job at a bank, and then that bank bought an investment firm, and I went over to that investment firm, and it really was the first time I even understood that was a career path. That there were financial advisors and brokers, and so I got into the industry 30 years ago. When it was just starting to turn from a commission-based transactional business to more of a, family planning and fee-based and financial planning. And for me, that was an exciting opportunity because it's very rewarding to be able to sit down with families and ask the right questions and get a sense of, what their goals are in life and how we can help them meet those goals. And, at Cetera, we have really created an inordinate amount of resources really focused on helping our advisors meet clients where they are and where they want to be, to really help them develop all that they want in their financial lives. And that's a rewarding feeling as a woman to be a part of that and help them. And I think, I think other women, and I do all that I can. I do a lot of women in investing conferences. I speak a lot about getting women more involved in it. Mm-hmm. I just think it's critical that they get more involved in the investments of their family and potentially look at this as a career path. It provides great flexibility in your lifestyle. As I said, there's a lot of satisfaction. It just fits in very nicely to, what a woman wants in life.
Yeah, a lot of that makes sense because I think that women make good investors, and they're very caring. How do I say this without being sexist? But the reality is I'd sooner sit down in front of a woman who's caring about my money and finances and what I'm doing with the rest of my life than what I would a guy, to be honest with you. It's just that something, you have that aura, you know what I mean? Because I just think as being moms and being people that have had to do the budgets in life and so on, that you're a little bit more hands-on. So let me ask you this. If a woman isn't interested in a full career transition, because there's a lot of women in loans, I notice, in the real estate game, but wants to take control of her financial future, what are some initial steps that she can take?
So there's, I guess, kind of two paths to what you're asking. On the career side, if they're interested in a career path, a lot of women in cities and even suburbs have created women in investing networks. And the whole reason to create that network is to bring women in investing together and encourage other women who may not be involved in investing to join those groups, because there's a great networking opportunity and educational opportunity to learn more about the industry. I mean, I also suggest to women who might have an interest, if you've got an advisor involved in your family life now, network with that advisor. Ask the advisor, who you might talk to from an education standpoint. I mean, the truth of the matter is today, the studies show that about 35% of advisors, and they're mostly men, are going to retire over the next 10 years. So we're going to lose 30 to 35% of the advisors we have. And there aren't a lot of new young advisors coming in because a lot of those advisors haven't even created, succession plans yet. Mm-hmm, and so, at Cetera, we're really focused on helping advisors embrace valuing their business and embracing succession plans. And there's a great opportunity for women to be that successor.
Well,
For everything that you said, Mark, they're just good at managing those relationships. People open up to them. They ask the right questions. They're more curious than the male advisors are. Not to say that a male advisor can't do it,
no,
but it's not natural for them.
I know what you mean, exactly. Well, there you go. Folks, look, if you're interested at all, check it out. They're one of the best in the business, Cetera. They've been around a long time. They know their stuff. www.cetera.com. That is CETERA.com, Cetera.com. A lot of information there. And you've been listening with Michele Dillon, who's actually head of business consulting. So thank you, Michele. Appreciate that. Have a good Christmas and be safe. And we'll talk to you again soon.
The same to you. Thank you so much for having me, Mark.
You're welcome. Goodbye now.